That was loud. All right. Closure. The finding of completeness and acceptance after significant loss or painful event. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? To have full understanding. But as you know, it is the process that hurts. It leaves these feelings that create an ache or longing, forcing you to ruminate on the significant event that you are trying to get over. The hurt and pain all comes from all the words you never got to say. The thoughts that roll around in your head, or even the scenarios you've played over hundreds of times, but never had the chance to confront. Closure isn't just about wanting answers, though. It's about wanting to be heard. No, needing to be heard. It's to lay down your heart, honestly, without cutting your thoughts short, being ignored, or left on red. And recently, closure has been something that I've been searching for, and believe that I'd find through them, through the person that left me confused. It was what I wanted to do in the past, but was afraid to. I wanted to confront the people who hurt me, and I wanted to understand why me. Why me? But it was all me. After so many thoughts, I started to learn it was really all about me. And it was the same for everything else, or everyone else. Sorry. They acted for themselves, and my whole life I've done the same. But it's hard to notice, especially when you're in a moment of your life that's difficult or confusing. And they were just doing what they wanted, and so was I. I wanted the clarity that I so dearly hoped that they could give. An answer to a question, an explanation to an action, or even just one final moment of clarity. But I've learned a lot in my thoughts recently. The computer's better turned off. Okay. But I've learned a lot in my thoughts recently. And it's that closure comes from the silence you were given, forced or didn't ask for. But the silence you were given anyway. For me, that's what makes this journey so arduous. In fact, it's out of my own control, and I need to deal with it the best I can without having that final chapter I hoped for. So many thoughts and so many stories that will never be shared or made. So many sentences held on the tip of your tongue, or just so many words that are one tap away from being sent. That's what this is. The start to find a home for the words and thoughts I'm feeling. Almost like a podcast, where these words will likely never find the person they're meant for. But that's not the meaning of this, is it? It is for me to finally listen to myself and what I have to say. And even though this may be for me, I hope that you're able to lay down whatever unnecessary weight you have, and not for them, but rather yourself. With this, it is. I don't even know what it got last. Okay. I'm gonna have to take it back from the top. Yes. Oh. All right. I'm gonna start back here. With this, I found that the path to finding closure often leads through a profound understanding that losing people is an inevitable and even vital part of personal growth. It's in these moments of absence and the space left behind that we're truly challenged to redefine ourselves. Because it doesn't feel fair, or like something you've asked for. One day they can be there, and the next you'll be staring at the empty space they used to fill, wondering about what to do and how to move on past them. I, for a while, clung to the idea that it didn't have to be over. I knew how to fix it. I could fix it. I wasn't ready to let them go yet. But life doesn't wait for you to be ready. Like they hadn't waited for me. So I didn't fix it. It is a difficult lesson that you haven't faced yet, but now you are forced to face by yourself. And it is about you, your own self. You learn to stand without their steadying hand. You learn to hear your inner voice without theirs in the background. You'll learn that the aching pain you had felt is what shapes and forms you into the person you are. The loneliness becomes the teacher. The silence becomes a space to grow. And that is one of the hardest things for me to accept. that the losses of the people that we never expected to lose often become a catalyst for change in your life that we need to grow emotionally and mentally as you age. Give yourself respect. I'm going to say this to wrap up my thoughts on closure and how to grow through it alone, but then segue into my final thought. And actually, this part of the video of me fixing my camera. Did not set it up today. I didn't. It'll be better next time. All right. But back to respecting yourself. Acknowledge that you did something wrong. You gave that person your trust, even though they were deeply against your values. But hey, they were available at the time. They gave you attention, and honestly, that's what I think younger relationships are. Oh, you think I'm cute? Well, I think you're cute. Let's just hang out, right? But no, that's not what it should be. And as kids, we let that go too far to maybe we should hang out a little more. Like it's not something you should do at that age. Learn to respect your time and what you believe in. Don't give up what you believe in. Just go to bed on time. Stick to your diet. Or even just refuse to hang out with certain people, right? If it is important to you, then keep it that way, and do not let others pressure you into making it less meaningful. This doesn't mean that you can't stay up late with the friends every so often, or can't enjoy a few slices of cake on your birthday. Your mother isn't trying to manipulate you to be a bad and undisciplined person, right? No. A lot of life is trust and understanding who to give it to, because if you know who to trust, then you could share mutual respect, and therefore your friend will know and work around your lifestyle and views. Which then this leads me to talk about how you do not need to be perfect, and neither does your friend. Nothing will ever or should be perfect. I've lived my whole life as a perfectionist. I either do whatever I'm doing really well, or not at all. Failed school. But that just isn't how it should be. Just make it good enough. Good enough is all it has to be. Just make sure you are enough, and make sure everyone else in your life is also. Don't expect perfection, but understand that everyone is human. Isn't that good enough? It's as good as I can ask for. And honestly, that's why I'm working on this. It's good enough. Clearly, if I was a perfectionist, I'm working on that. I'm changing to make this something I do more. And if I were to just make it perfect, it wouldn't ever happen. But good enough. This will be good enough. I'll cut out what's bad. I'll make it look nice. I might add music. Who even knows? But all I need is saturation and I think exposure. So just doing this daily, doing this twice, even a week, that's all. I'll get better. I'll like it more. I'll do it more. I want to learn who I want to be and how I want to do things. But for now, though, that's what's been on my mind. I'm not going to do this again until I climb another mountain. So, remember, immerse your soul in love. Peace.